than regular mortal humans. I was declared to have been somebody who had gone clear in a past life, which would have been my last life.
Even though supposedly the tech wasn't there for somebody to go clear.
Well, you can go clear. Well, no, Dianetics was written in 1950. And he was talking about the state of clear in Dianetics. It was not until they wanted that I personally believe that, it's just that there's always something being re-released because it never was quite correctly done or understood. And all the people who went clear last lifetime, even though they may have been on OT8s, were pulled back in because in New Era Dianetics, which was a later way of going clear, there was a different criteria. There were different criteria for what was a clear and getting rid of an engram, which is a whole thing. And so you had to go in and get all the postulates off.
At your point, what were you supposed to achieve as a clear?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, this is a funny thing for me, and this is if you read Dianetics, the state of clear is somebody who is never likely to get sick. He has a perfect memory. It's even intimated, and this was in 1950 when there was is that he could be immortal. He may never die. It's pretty funny. And so that's what the state of clear is. They define it as no longer has his own reactive mind, which is a rigged game to get somebody to take OT levels, which is their real moneymaker. But the what? Oh, so I don't know. So clear. So, but like I said, there's a guy on the internet apparently who's saying, I'll give you $1 million if you can demonstrate OT. I'll give $1 million to anybody who can demonstrate clear. There's no fucking clear. There's no clear. There's no clear. Just looking in Dianetics, there's no clear. Clear is basically, what are you kidding me? Clear. So I was like, if I get this, that's what I was going for. It's too good to be true. And that's basically it. That goes back to that feeling of loss, is because, you know what it is? I'm sorry to say. See, and I'm actually realizing something for myself right now, because this is cathartic in a way for me, but it's the same feeling. That loss is the feeling that I got. Like, I'm no stupid guy. I grew up in New York City, and I never got mugged. I know, and I've been through some serious bad neighborhoods. But I remember one time I was living on my own down in the village, and I saw this guy running across the street, and he had like a VCR. This is back when VCRs were a new thing, like a plasma TV or something. And he's like, he'd obviously stolen the thing, and he's like, hey, you can have this for $50, right? And I bought it, took it home, and it was full of bricks and shit, and I was I got conned. And that's the feeling of loss. Because it actually, going back, you're asking me about clear, it's a con. It's a con. And like any, and it's an interesting, this is way segueing, but this is something I don't know if it'll be, it's interesting, is that, there's a book that LRH wrote called The History of Man. And he talks about a lot of these traps that can catch a Thetan, which is something that has no matter any space, time, or location, but it can catch a Thetan. But he's got interest and curiosity, right? And so there's these things called Theta Traps, and so and the best Theta Traps are ones that the Thetan runs on autopilot. Like if I'm trying to enslave somebody, the last thing I want to do is have to worry about fucking, keeping the key and the lock and the best traps, you get a guy to just keep himself in jail, right? And that's what Scientology does. You just keep yourself in jail. And that that's it. It's a perfect Theta Trap, because you believe it, and you are investing your time and your money, and so it's, you can't be a fool. That's too much to confront,